Three persons, including two teenagers, have been arrested for birthday party killing in Alabama. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Three people, including two teenagers, have been arrested and now face murder charges in connection with the deadly rampage at a weekend Sweet 16 birthday party in Dayton, Alabama, authorities said. Wilson Lamar Hill, Jr., 20 of Auburn, was arrested yesterday afternoon and charged with 4 counts of reckless murder, according to a news release from the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Tyreek McCulloch, 17, and Travis McCulloch, 16, both of Tuskegee, were arrested on Tuesday night. Each faced 4 counts of reckless murder. The attack on Saturday night left 4 people dead and at least 32 others hurt, including at least 15 teenagers who suffered gunshot wounds. Given the injuries, more charges will be filed and both teen suspects will be charged as adults. The administration is requesting a 60-day extension of the special operations zone in 7 communities across the island of Jamaica. The security measures in place were set to expire on April 24th. SOZO's locations include Mount Salem and Norwood in St. James, Denham Town in Kingston, Greenwich Town, August Town and Parade Gardens in Kingston and St. Andrew, and Savannah Lamar in Westmoreland. Dr. Horace Chang, National Security Minister, said the security measure is working well. He told the House of Representatives that major crimes are decreasing in all areas. Meanwhile, Caribbean leaders have announced that they will be declaring a war on guns from the United States as the region continues to grapple with gun violence. The leaders yesterday issued a call for the United States to prevent guns manufactured in that country from entering the Caribbean. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, said that the U.S. has a role to play in reducing the number of guns in the Caribbean. The regional leaders have agreed to send a letter to the U.S. outlining the issues of concern to them. He said that CARICOM heads will also ban the use of assault weapons in the civilian population. Meanwhile, a St. Andrew businessman who was convicted of breaching the Pharmacy Act has been fined $6.4 million under the Proceeds of Crime Act, the Financial Investigations Division revealed on Monday. According to the FID, the case on April 11 of 2017, when law enforcement agency conducted an intelligence-led operation at a commercial premises along Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew, businessman Chi Chung being charged with unlawful possession of a quantity of products identified as bleaching cream, which is stored for sale contrary to Section 26(1)(h) of the Pharmacy Act. And it sounds like a lot, but it is only $42,000. And those business people make a lot of selling contraband in Jamaica, especially bleaching cream. The St. James Police Department is looking for a man in connection with a murder that occurred on Monday at Fisherman's Beach in Montego Bay. The man known as Pastor has been asked to come forward for questioning. Reports are that Cornelius Spence was sleeping on the beach around 6 a.m. when he was attacked with a machete by a man. Spence was chopped all over his body. He was taken to the Connaught Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. No motive for the attack has been determined. Meanwhile, Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, has asserted that the sentencing of a 72-year-old man 30 years after he sexually assaulted a female relative is an indication that her office can successfully prosecute similar cases once the information is forthcoming. She is therefore appealing to other victims of sexual abuse to come forward. The man was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison last week in the St. Mary's Circuit Court. The first incident occurred in 1993 when the complainant was 7 years old and was staying with her grandmother while her mother was at work. The man assaulted a child in 1999 when she and 2 minor relatives went to his house. The woman, who is now 36 years old, gave evidence that she took action when she became aware that she could still report the crime despite the time which had passed. A 14-year-old boy is among 4 people who have been arrested and charged in connection with lottery scamming. The minor, along with 21-year-old Hosea Leslie Devasita Cumberland and a 19-year-old Amaria Hall, all of West Village in Montego Bay, St. James, were taken into custody following an operation yesterday. Reports are that they were found with lead sheets after lawmen conducted 2 raids at a house in the West Village area. The 4 were subsequently arrested and charged, and they're to appear in the St. James Parish Court on June 7th. On to sports. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA detained and prosecuted 3 people, including Andrew Wright, the former financial controller of InSport, in connection with a $222 million fraud racket which was carried out at InSport between 2011 and 2017. Wright was also named as a popular party promoter of Chug It and French Connection by MOCA. Rodolph Barnes and O'Neill Hope were also arrested as co-conspirators. According to Mocha, the three are accused of being part of a group of former InSport employees who drafted, signed and cashed bogus checks for payees who did not exist. 222 million is a lot of money, no matter how you slice it. However, when it's going three ways and over such a long period, it might not be beneficial to them up to this point. Old people say, never grudge anybody for what them have, cause you don't know what them do, forget it. So now these three gentlemen are going to be facing the music for robbery. Jamaica's under-20 reggae girls have advanced to the final round of the CONCACAF Championship after beating Honduras 2-0 on Tuesday night in their final Group E game at the qualifying competition in Nicaragua. The young Jamaicans, who had beaten Bermuda and Anguilla in their previous match, face a must-win game against the Hondurans if they were to top the group and make progress. Only the 6 group winners have advanced to the CONCACAF Championship, which is set for May 24 to June 3rd in the Dominican Republic. The 6 teams will join the United States and Mexico at the championship. And if you missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep us going. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.